Hello everyone, my name is Chip, and today we're doing a 75 under 75, where I build a modern deck for under $75 US and put it against a gauntlet of other modern decks and see how much fun we can have. To celebrate my birthday and my fading youth, I thought I'd start with Green White Little Kid. If you're looking for a budget deck that plays lots of creatures and attacks your opponent and doesn't do much else, this might be the deck for you. To make sure our creatures are always bigger than our opponents, we're running 2 Honor of the Pure, 4 Wilt-leaf Liege, and 4 Knight of New Alara. In the 3-drop slots, we're running 2 Dauntless Escort, 2 Kitchen Finks, 2 Knight of Autumn, and 4 Luxodon Smiter. In the smaller slots, we're running 4 Dryad Militant, 2 Watchwolf, 4 Fleece Mainline, and 2 Qasali Pridemage. For removal, we're running 3 Declaration in Stone, 1 Dromoka's Command, and 1 Winds of Abandon. For non-basic lands, we're running 2 Stirring Wildwood, 4 Fortified Village, 2 Mosswort Bridge, and 3 Ghost Quarter. Basic lands, we're running 6 Forests and 6 Plains. In our sideboard, we have 2 Damping Matrix, 2 Sorcerer's Spyglass, 2 Prowling Ceopards, 4 Tormod's Crypts, 2 Burrington Forge Tenders, 2 Damping Spheres, and 1 Back to Nature. And that's our $75 Green White Little Kid. Let's see how it goes in the games.
Round 1.
We win the die roll, and we get a 2-lander but no white mana. I think we can do better. This is better. We'll throw away the Ghost Quarter. We run out the Fortified Village, revealing a Plains, and pass the turn. Our opponent plays a Snow-Covered Mountain, uses a Simian Spirit Guide to cast a Desperate Ritual, casts a Pyretic Ritual, and casts a Koth, untapping the Snow-Covered Mountain and turning it into a 4/4. We'll play a Plains, and we will lead on Honor the Pure. This just means next turn, the Watchwolf can't get bolted. They play Eidolon of the Great Revel. They use Koth, turn the land into a 4/4, and they get in for 4. We draw a Knight of Autumn, which might be good next turn. We're going to start with Watchwolf, taking 2 from the Eidolon of the Great Revel, and we'll pass the turn. They draw another land. Well, they play another land, they might not have drawn it. They swing in for 2. We will take it. They ultimate the Koth. All their mountains now have this land deals 1 damage to any target. We play a forest, run out our Wilt-leaf Liege, and we swing in for 6. They use their lands to ping us, down to 9. They draw another land, and they pass the turn. We could play Honor the Pure, 6 and 7, which keeps them alive, which isn't what we want. We could play the Knight of Autumn, gain 4, lose 2, so we gain 2, keeps us alive an extra turn. Yeah, I think we've got to do that. We attack with both. Yep, they block. They can kill our Wilt-leaf Liege. So we're dead to a burn spell if we do this. I think we have to Knight of Autumn now. Yep, our opponent pings our Wilt-leaf Liege, most likely to death. So even if they have a handful of burn, they can kill us with 3 bolts. Even if we gain life, they can kill us with 3 bolts, I think. Well, no, they can't kill us with 3 bolts, but if we put the 2 counters on, I mean, they can kill the Watchwolf next turn, so we might as well just gain 4 life and try and stay in the game. They ping us down to 8, we go up to 12. They play a Chandra, Torch of Defiance, tick down to deal 4 damage to our Watchwolf. We should have played Dryad Militant last turn. That's a punt. Well, what we will do is we will Honor the Pure and cast our Dryad Militant now and attack our opponent's face for 4. Opponent plays a Goblin Rabblemaster, makes a Goblin that attacks each turn if able. It gets in for 1, we don't block, we go down to 11. They tick up the Chandra, getting a Desperate Ritual, and ping us for 2. We run out another Knight of Autumn, gaining 4 life. And we attack in for 8. Our opponent doesn't block and we win. Sideboarding, we bring in Burrington Forge Tender and 2 Sorcerer's Spyglass. I think that's it. I think we go down the Dryad Militant. That seems right. Alright, game 2. Our opponent plays first. We get a hand that has a Sorcerer's Spyglass but no second land. A lot of their game plan relies on Koth, so I think we keep and hope we hit a land. We get 2 draw steps. That's not a land, it's a Luxodon Smiter. We play the forest and pass. They play a Chalice of the Void on 1. I think we're okay with that. Again, we just took out our 1-drops apart from Burrington, so that counts as 2 cards in our deck. We don't draw a land though, disappointing. We discard a Knight of New Alara. They play a Goblin Rabblemaster. They get in for 1. We get a Ghost Quarter. Does not feel good. Well, we'll see what we're up against. Okay, so if we draw a white mana, we can blow out the Goblin Rabble Masters next turn with our Declaration in Stone. We'll name Koth. And we'll pass the turn. They play a gemstone caverns and a blood moon. We really need to draw that plains now. They get in for 6. We don't draw a plains. We play another goblin rabble master. They get 2. Get in for 2 more, so that's 6. Plus 4, 10. I don't think we can win. We'll just go to game 3. Yeah, we'll run it back like that. Hopefully they think their chalices were super effective that game. Another one-lander with the Sorcerer's Spyglass. It's not worth it. We learned our lesson. This is better if a little slow. We will keep. We'll put back a forest. They start with the gemstone caverns on the field. We run out our mosswort bridge. We will put a Knight of New Alara under there. And we'll pass the turn. They play a snow-covered mountain. Desperate Ritual. Into Blood Moon. Fortunately, we have 2 basics. We play our plains and we pass the turn. They play another snow-covered mountain and they pass the turn. Play a forest. We could destroy the Blood Moon, but I don't think we need to do that just yet. We run out the Luxodon Smiter and we pass. They play another snow-covered mountain and they pass. We play a plains and run out the wilt-leaf liege. We swing in for 6. They play another snow-covered mountain and they play an ensnaring bridge. Oof, sure would be bad if we had nothing to deal with that. We will play the plains, and we will pass, planning on mosswort bridging next turn. They Desperate Ritual into a Legion Warboss. On their end step, Blood Moon is stopping us from doing that. I'm an idiot. Quasale Pride Mage immediately destroys the ensnaring bridge, and we get in for 10. We swing in for 10. Our opponent blocks with a goblin token. The opponent does not block with a goblin token. Our opponent blocks with a goblin token and goes down to 10. We then Declaration in Stone the Legion Warboss. This gives them an extra draw, but I think it's worth it. They crack the clue, and they run out a Simian Spirit Guide. Well, we will play the forest, Declaration in Stone the Simian Spirit Guide, and get in for Xaxes. Nope, they scoop it up. Okay, that was good.
Round 2.
We win the die roll, so we play first. 1 lander. It's a tap land. We will mulligan, even though we could play 2 of the cards in our hand. We'll keep this. It's a bit better. I think we'll actually put back the wilt-leaf liege, which seems like heresy, but with 2 Honor the Pure, we're in a good position. We'll lead on a Stirring Wildwood and pass. Cavern of Souls, naming Sliver. Yeesh. Well, current plan is to get to 6 mana and hope this Winds of Abandon blows them out. That's where we're at. We play a plains, drawing another plains, which is very good, and run out Honor the Pure. They play a Reflecting Pool, and play a Gemhide Sliver. So now all slivers tap to add 1 mana and have First Strike. And now they all have Flying. Flying, First Strike, and tap to add 1 mana. Versatile little things, aren't they? Night of Autumn is good. We will run out the Luxodon Smiter and pass the turn. They play a Sliver Hive, and they play a Firewake Sliver. So all slivers have haste, and all slivers have sacrifice this permanent. Target sliver gets +2/+2, and they play a Leeching Sliver and a Striking Sliver. They can basically empty their hand now. They get in for 3, and we lose 3 life from the Leeching Sliver. They pass to us. Was hoping for a land there, so we're going to lose 6, 12. I think we have to play out the Night of Autumn and gain 4 life. We get in with the Luxodon Smiter. So there is a very small chance we are not dead here. Play a land. Land is good. And they swing in for 1 million. We go down to 6. Another Fleecemane Lion. We can get them down to 5 this turn, but then we die. We kill the Leeching Sliver. We die if they play another Sliver. I think that's our only way. And hope they don't pump up their boys. They get a basic plains off our Winds of Abandon, and we get in for 8. If they don't see the line, or they don't draw another sliver, we might be able to win. They play an Unclaimed Territory, they swing in for what is currently 5, and they pump their sliver. They saw the line. We are dead. We go to sideboard, bring in the 2 Damping Matrix. They think that's it. We'll go down the 2 Dryad Militants. We play first, get a keepable hand, so we will keep. We'll lead on Forest into Dryad Militant. We'll pass the turn there. They play a Cavern of Souls, name human. Nope, they named Sliver. They saw it. Oh, that is not what we wanted to see. Virulent Sliver. All slivers get poisonous 1. We draw a Fortified Village, that's good. We reveal the plains, playing the Fortified Village. Run out the Honor of the Pure. Do we attack now? We will get a poison counter if we attack. I think we have to. We are just racing. They play a steam vents and play a cloud shredder sliver. All slivers that they control gain flying and haste. They get in for 2 damage and 2 poison counters. We are on a 5-turn clock. We run out the Watch Wolf, and then we're going to stop on their upkeep and play a Ghost Quarter. And we're going to Ghost Quarter that Cavern of Souls on their turn. We're also going to forget to attack with our Dryad Militant, so the race really is on. They get a basic Plains, and they play a basic Forest. They play another Virulent Sliver, and a Gale Rider Sliver. Oh boy. They get in for a bunch, and we take 8 poison, putting us to 10 poison, and we die.
Round 3.
Alright, so we've lost the die roll, and we've got a pretty land-heavy hand, but we've got 2 good creatures, so we're going to keep, and just hope that we can draw into some gas. They play a Snow-Covered Swamp, an Inquisition of Kozilek. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Yep, they take the Quasali Pride Mage, and they pass the turn. We draw another land. Well, we'll run out the Fortified Village, revealing the forest, and we'll just pass the turn there. They play a Bloodstained Mire, they crack it, get a Blood Crypt, untapped, down to 17. They play a Dark Confidant. Okay, Dark Confidant seems to be coming back a bit in Modern, so I guess we'll probably just be playing Watchwolf out into removal. Fleecemane Lion. Well, we're better off holding that for now. So we'll play the Watchwolf. I mean, there is a hope that we can get this Fleecemane Lion down, and maybe it survives long enough to go monstrous. Alright, Dark Confidant reveals Blood Crypt. Okay. So we know they're red-black, we don't know if they're Jund. They play the Blood Crypt, untapped, and they Fatal Push the Watchwolf, yep. And they get in for 2. Luxodon Smiter, okay. Well, we'll play a Forest, and we will run out the Fleecemane Lion. And so now if they Thoughtseize Inquisition us, we get our Luxodon Smiter down. And we'll just pass the turn. Oh, they go straight for the Fatal Push. Not good. But we're eating up their removal. I mean, I'm sure they've got a lot of it, but a 4/4 that can't be hand-hated out is pretty good. They get a Lava Claw Reaches. Polluted Delta, they crack it. And Grixis? No, okay, they are Jund. Disregard everything I said. They're running Lava Claw Reaches in their Jund deck. Liliana of the Veil. Oh no, please don't tick it up. A 1/1 Death Shadow. They attack for 2. They don't tick up the Liliana of the Veil. Well, I guess we will run out the Knight of New Alara, because they are saving this Liliana to tick down, which means they're more likely to tick it up later. Dark Confidant reveals Mausoleum Secrets. Okay, it's a tutor. Yep, we'll sacrifice our creature. Yeah, that was coming. They Wrench Mind us. We'll ditch our 2 lands. They play the Lava Claw Reaches, and they play out another Dark Confidant. Okay, so there's a very real chance they could start dying to their Dark Confidant. Suppose boosts the Death Shadow plan. Bit less than ideal, but it is what it is. They're down to 1 card in hand, and it's a tutor. Wilt-leaf Liege. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we'll run out the Luxodon Smiter as a blocker, and hope they think the way is now clear to tick up this Liliana. First Dark Confidant reveals another Lava Claw Reaches. Second Dark Confidant reveals a Grim Lavamancer. Each player discards a card. Well, we will discard our Wilt-leaf Liege, which it makes it enter the battlefield. Now they have the Mausoleum Secret, so they can just tutor for a kill spell if they wanted to. The text on the side says, I discard a Wilt-leaf Liege, but it enters the battlefield instead. It's just reminiscent of Pokemon. It's not very effective. So really, if we swing, they have to block. So we will take the 2 down to 9. Okay, what do we draw? Knight of New Alara. We'll run that out and see what they've got. Well, we will go to combat. We attack them? I think we just throw all at them. So now they have to tutor and kill something, or block. Bob blocks the Luxodon Smiter. They don't block the Wilt-leaf Liege. Okay, so that is a very big Death Shadow, which can kill us. Damn. So we kind of have to hope they hit a 3-drop with their Dark Confidant. They tutor for a Fatal Push. Okay, so they'd have to push now if they want to kill our blocker. They push the Wilt-leaf Liege. Okay, so do they have another push? Dark Confidant reveals Polluted Delta. Damn. Bit confused by not pushing the Knight of New Alara. Not gonna lie. Is that a misclick? Do they have another kill spell? What was that? Okay, target player sacrifices a creature. We sacrifice our untapped creature. We sacrifice our tapped creature, sorry. Keep our untapped creature as a blocker. They attack with Death Shadow and Bob. We block the Death Shadow, take 2 down to 7, and now the whole game relies on this draw. Stirring Wildwood. Unfortunately, it enters tapped, so we have to hope they kill themselves with Bob. Sad the game went this way. It was so close. It was so close. Dark Confidant reveals Another land, and we scoop it up. Sideboard, what do we bring in? Sorcerer's Spyglass to name the walkers? I think that's it. That might be it. Go down 2 Dryad Militants for 2 Sorcerer's Spyglass. Suppose there's an argument for Grave Hate in case they're running Goyfs, but we didn't see any. They're running a Death Shadow variant of Jund. 1 lander, and it's a tap land at that. I think we mulligan that. This is a bit better. What will we put back? Might actually be the Ghost Quarter. I know they're a 3-color deck, but they'll probably run basic. We will go Fortified Village, revealing the forest, and we will pass the turn. That was actually a mistake. That was a mistake. We should have led on the Mosswort Bridge. That way our 3rd land comes in untapped guaranteed. It's fine as long as we don't draw a 2-drop, which you never want to be in the position where you're not drawing cards on curve, but that's where we're at. The Inquisition of Kozilek, so Kitchen Finks is gone. Surprised they kept that in. It's a very big gamble. We'll run out the Stirring Wildwood and pass. They play a Bloodstained Mire, crack it, down to 17. They get another Blood Crypt, and they shock themselves down to 15, and they run out the Dark Confidant, and they pass to us. We'll play out the Mosswort Bridge. We'll put our 3rd Knight of New Alara under the Mosswort Bridge, and we'll pass the turn. Dark Confidant reveals another Dark Confidant. They run out a Grim Lavamancer, and a Shrieking Affliction. Okay, so it's some kind of Jund rack deck, I guess, with Death Shadow, bit of everything. Why not? Why not? So Grim Lavamancer can just kill our Knight of New Alara, but I don't think we have any other choice. So we will run out our Knight, first Knight, hopefully our first of many. We'll pass the turn. If they don't kill it, if they do something else with it, if they hit us in the face, we can pump it, and it should be safe from that. Fatal Push currently does nothing. They run out the Death Shadow. Okay. Grim Lavamancer can also be used to kill the Dark Confidant. Yep, they kill our Knight, and they get in for 2 with the Dark Confidant. We go down to 16. Dromoka's Command, eh? Run out the Fortified Village, reveal the forest, and we will run out our 2nd Knight, with the plan being to put a counter on it. They reveal a snow-covered swamp with their bob. We make them sacrifice the enchantment and kill the Grim Lavamancer. We'll kill Death Shadow in case it gets too big. Not entirely sure. They play and crack a Polluted Delta. They're down to 11. Death Shadow's now a 2-2. They play an Overgrown Tomb. Untapped down to 9. Alright, so fighting the Death Shadow is no longer an option. Well, currently, no longer an option. Lightning Skelemental. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards 2 cards. Okay. Well, we can't let that happen. So we go to blockers and we will block the Skelemental. It's going to deal combat damage to us anyway, isn't it? We're going to discard 2 cards. It's got Trample. Yeah, we're done. We are done. We've got no board wipes. We would have to draw removal after removal after removal, and we would be playing that, so the Shrieking Affliction would kill us. We are dead. Got Junded. Sometimes you play against Jund and you get Junded.
Round 4.
We win the die roll, so we play first. This is alright, we'll keep. This is the downside of the budget mana base. We've got the tap lands. So it'll be a turn behind, but if we don't play the Dryad Militant on turn 1, we can run out the Honor of the Pures turn 2. Stirring Wildwood enters tapped, and we pass the turn. They play a Stomping Ground, shocking themselves down to 18, and they play a Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting reveals... What do they discard? Oh. Alright, so we're versing some kind of Vengevine combo deck, I'm guessing, which isn't fun, but our Dryad Militant might be able to help us there, and Declaration in Stone is a very, very good draw. Alright, well, we'll run out the Dryad Militant and not the Honor of the Pure, and we'll pass it there. They straight away bolt the Dryad Militant. Oof, they do not like mainboard Grave Hate, and they are stuck on 1 land. Okay. This gives us time. We play Honor the Pure. We're stuck on 2 lands, but it's 1 more land than them. And we have a lot of 2-drops. All of them cost 2 mana, and we only technically have 1 coloured mana, but we'll get there. They play an Insolent Neonate, which they crack immediately, discarding a Bloodghast. Oof. They play a Swamp and return the Bloodghast to the battlefield, which brings back the prized Amalgam. Ooh, they cast a Gravecrawler as well, bringing back the Vengevine. They swing in for 4. And prized Amalgam comes back at the end of turn. We draw a Forest. That's good, it's a step in the right direction, but it doesn't get us back there just yet. Alright, we can wait one more turn to declaration in stone. So we hope we can get some more value off it. Just not through a Vengevine. They cast Faithless Looting, discard a Bloodghast and a Stinkweed Imp. They play a Bloodstained Mire, getting back the Bloodghast. And they swing in for 11. We draw a Knight of Autumn. So if we gain 4 life, we go up to 9. And then we take 9. So we're dead. Alright, we lose. Unlucky. Unlucky. Well, we'll bring in 4 Tormod's Crypt. They hated the Dryad Militant, so we'll keep that in. Dromoka's Command could potentially stop a Conflagrate if that's part of the game plan. Might just go down some of our high-end stuff. We'll get rid of the Knights of New Alara. And we'll pass the turn. Well, we'll go back to the game. We won't pass the turn. It's a little flub. Yes, we would like to play first. Yes, we would like to keep this hand. We will go Plains, into Dryad Militant, into Tormod's Crypt. Do we play the second one? I think we hold it for now. They could be playing Hand Hate. They could be playing Hand Hate. I think 2 bits of Grave Hate, even though it's only spell-based Grave Hate, is enough for now. We'll see what comes of it. They play a Bloodstained Mire. They crack it immediately, and they get an Overgrown Tomb. They shock themselves. They Nature's Claim our Tormod's Crypt. So we gain 4 life, we'll let that go. They pass the turn to us. We play a Tormod's Crypt. And a Mosswort Bridge. I think we'll put a Crypt under there, actually. We want to draw a land next turn. Land or a 2-drop. We swing in for 2. They go down to 15. They play a Dark Blast, targeting our Dryad Militant. Well, we've got to let that go. Dark Blast, however, goes to exile. Faithless Looting. Hogak. Eesh. Playing against a Hogak deck. That's disgusting. And they pass back to us. Oh, that was lucky. We run out another Dryad Militant. Then we pass the turn. They play a Stitches Supplier. Stitches Supplier mills. Another Stitches Supplier and sends an Assassin's Trophy to the exile zone. They run out a Carrion Feeder. And they cast Hogak, which we are very much not afraid of, thanks to our Winds of Abandon. That's a land, so we play out the Stirring Wildwood, and we exile the Hogak. They sacrifice it to the Carrion Feeder, so they don't get a land, and we let it go. They're going to have a hard time refilling their graveyard with just lands and creatures, thanks to our Dryad Militant, that for some reason we didn't attack with again. I just keep skipping through my attack phases today. I shouldn't be allowed to play Magic. They bolt the Dryad Militant. Yeesh. And they swing in for 3. We really should have attacked with that Dryad Militant. I hope that 2 life doesn't become relevant. We go down to 21. Declaration in stone is a good one. We run out our Kitchen Finks, gaining 2 life, going up to 23. And we'll pass the turn. They sacrifice the Carrion Feeder. They sacrifice the Stitch Supply to the Carrion Feeder. And in response to the Carrion Feeder trigger, we will exile their grave, because Gravecrawler was in there. They cast an Insolent Neonate. They sacrifice it to draw a card, getting Vengevine into the graveyard. They cast a Stitches Supplier, bringing back the Vengevine. Stitches Supplier mills, Bloodghast. They play a land. They get back their Bloodghast. They swing in. I think we take it for now. Dauntless Escort, that's good. Well, we will attack with the Kitchen Finks. They block with the Stitches Supplier. Let's see what goes into their grave. No, they sacrifice to the Carrion Feeder. Okay. They get a Vengevine and a Prized Amalgam to the grave. Good, good, good. And in our second main, we will run out our Dauntless Escort. They play a Stitches Supplier, which mills, a Faithless Looting. They sacrifice the Stitches Supplier, which mills a Bloodghast and another Carrion Feeder. So we have to hope they don't have a land, or else they get a lot back. They swing in for 9. They swing in with the Bloodghast as well. We block the Bloodghast. We go down to 7, and they pass the turn. Fortified Village. Unfortunately, it enters tapped. It's the issue with these budget mana bases. Sometimes you get a little wrecked. Alright, so if they draw a land, they get back Bloodghast, which brings back Prized Amalgam. If they play 2 creatures, they get back 2 Vengevine, which is a lot. I think we have to deck in stone now. Deck in stone the Carrion Feeder or the Vengevine? I think we go for the Carrion Feeder. It means there's no zombie on the battlefield, so even if they do get a Gravecrawler into the bin, they can't cast it to get back the other Vengevine. They sack Carrion Feeder so they don't get the clue, so it goes to their graveyard. Do we swing here? I think we might. Swing with the Dauntless Escort, taking them down to 10. And we pass the turn. They play a Faithless Looting from their graveyard with Flashback. They discard another Vengevine and a Prized Amalgam. They don't swing in with their Vengevine. We draw another Wilt-leaf Liege. So, we cast a Wilt-leaf Liege. We go to combat, we swing in for 5. They block with the Vengevine. They don't block with the Vengevine. They take the 5. And we pass the turn. This means unless we get very unlucky, we get to exile their graveyard next turn. They scoop it up. They can't beat our board. Okay, that was good. I'm not sure anything else makes it better. Is Qasali Pridemage doing anything? I don't think it is. Alright, we'll take out 2 Qasali Pridemage, and we'll bring in 2 more Lords, because once we start getting our board pumped, they really can't compete. Even once they're bringing creatures back, ours are just outclassing them. I think that's how we've got to win. It helped that we also drew an awful lot of grave hate that game. They don't seem to have any hand hate, so it might be worth holding on to it a bit more. Alright, we have 4 bits of grave hate, but no lands. Do we keep? Do we keep? I want to, but I don't think we can. I really, really want to. They have mulled, so we will also mull. We have 1 bit of grave hate, and we have a decent curve. Okay. We will keep this. We'll put our Knight of Autumn to the bottom, and we hope they Ravenscrime us. They play a Bloodstained Mire, crack it immediately. For a Blood Crypt, they shock themselves. They play an Instant Neonate, which they crack immediately, getting rid of the Vengevine. And they pass the turn. Draw a Forest, that's good. Think we'll start with the Mosswort Bridge. Get us a bit more information on what we can be playing into. We'll get another Tormod's Crypt under there. I think we have to play the Tormod's Crypt now. Yeah, I don't think we can beat a Vengevine this early. And we'll pass the turn. If they want to waste a card targeting the Tormod's Crypt, I'm fine with that. Okay, they cast a Carrion Feeder, and they are casting another Carrion Feeder. Well, we will activate Tormod's Crypt, exiling our opponent's graveyard. Okay, they pass the turn. We play a Plains, and we run out our Honor of the Pure. Hopefully they can't keep up with a 5/5 Loxodon Smiter. Turn 3. That doesn't sound very good for Modern these days. They hardcast a Bloodghast. That's good. We're in a good position then. Carrion Feeders can't block either, so I'm not too worried about that. They get in for 2. Draw a Ghost Quarter. Well, we'll play a Forest, Loxodon Smiter, and realistically we're only 2 creatures away from Mosswort Bridge. One creature if we use the Stirring Wildwood to cheat it in, but we'd need another forest. We'll pass the turn. None of their creatures can block, so we won't be too worried about swinging in. We just hope we can dodge removal. But I suspect they have a slow draw, which is why they have 2 Carrion Feeders and a Bloodghast. They sacrifice a Bloodghast to the Carrion Feeder. They play a land, and they get back the Bloodghast. Even if we had Grave Hate then, I wouldn't have activated it, because they can fetch. Carrion Feeder's starting to get quite big now. They crack the Wooded Foothills, going down to 16. Get an Overgrown Tomb tapped, getting back the Bloodghast. And they don't swing in. Okay, well none of their creatures can block. I hope they know that. Honor of the Pure again. Okay, well we'll run out the Stirring Wildwood. And then we'll cast an Honor of the Pure. I think we're just going to attack. We swing in for 6. They have no blockers, and they pass the turn. They swing in for a bunch. We go down to 12, and they pass the turn. Play a Fortified Village, reveal the plains. It's a good draw there, actually. We will activate our Stirring Wildwood, which becomes a green-white elemental, which means it gets buffed by our Honor of the Pure. We go to combat. We attack with all creatures. They have costs to pay. Oh, they Assassin's Trophy our Luxodon Smiter. Ouch. Yes, we will use Assassin's Trophy's ability, and we will get another forest. That really hurts. But we get in for 5. So unless they draw something, or they can pump their board a lot, we've got them next turn. Alright, so they've drawn their card, and now they're just thinking through their lines. They sacrifice a Bloodghast to a Carrion Feeder. They play a Swamp, get back the Bloodghast. They sacrifice a Bloodghast to a Carrion Feeder. If they can give their creatures double strike, we're dead. If they have 2 bolts in hand, we're dead. They swing in for 6. We go down to 6. And they scoop it up. $75 budget little kid just took down Modern Hoggick, which had to get banned recently to reduce its power. So what was the most powerful deck in the format just got defeated by a $75 budget deck. I'm very happy with that performance. They had me worried. These Carrion Feeders, oh dear, did they have me worried. Oh, but we win.
Round 5.
Our opponent wins the die roll, and they choose to play first. We get a double Ghost Quarter hand, so we're going to mulligan that. The downside of shoring up our Tron matchup is sometimes you get mucked about. We will keep this hand. I think it's got to be the Kitchen Finks, and hope we're not against burn. That's where we're at. Mountain. Soulscar Mage. Well, bugger. Soulscar Mage and Kitchen Finks are best friends, and we've just put it to the bottom of our library. Okay. We will play a Plains. Pass the turn. They play a Mountain. Swing for 1. We go down to 19. They play a Blister Coil Weird and a Light Up the Stage. Light Up the Stage reveals. Sorry, it exiles, it doesn't reveal. A Monastery, Swift Spear, and a Mountain. Okay. Night of Autumn is good. Night of Autumn is good. Okay. Well, think we'll play a Forest. We'll run out the Quasali Pride Mage. And we'll pass the turn. They play the Mountain from exile. Run out the Swift Spear from exile. Play a Crash Through. Okay. So they are a cycling prowess deck then. So Damping Sphere will be coming in the next game. Do we block? If we block, they might have another cantrip. I don't think we can block just yet. We go down to 13. They have another Blister Coil Weird. And they pass to us. Kitchen Finks. I love Kitchen Finks. Glad you could come back. We'll run out the Kitchen Finks. We gain 2 life up to 15. So we have enough life gain that maybe we can get high enough that we can overload the Winds of Abandon. We'd have to draw some lands, though. We'll pass with no attacks. They play a Mountain. They go to combat, and they don't swing. Okay. Kitchen Finks is doing its job. We draw another land, that's very good. So we will run out the Knight of Autumn, and hope they don't have a skull crack. And we'll just gain 4 life. Do we attack with the Kitchen Finks? I think we can wait. If we draw a land in the next turn, in the next 2 turns we can just Winds of Abandon. They play another mountain, so they're kind of flooding out as well. They play another Monastery Swiftspear. 3 mana. For Skewer the Critics on our Quasali Pride Mage. Okay. They swing in for 10. Alright, so we go to blockers. I think we block both the Blister Coil Weirds, prompt the spell to come out of them. They'll let them go. Kitchen Finks persists, comes back, we gain 2 life, we're on 15. Alright, second Smiter. So we run out the Luxodon Smiter, and we'll pass the turn. We're 1 land away from just wiping their board. Won't get in with Kitchen Finks. They play a Lightning Bolt, targeting the Smiter. Yep, so Smiter becomes a 1/1. Can still block though. And they play a Bedlam Reveler. Yeesh. They get to draw 3 new cards. They play a Mountain, and they swing in with the team. I think we just have to take 6 here. They play another Soulscar Mage. Okay. We did not draw a land. Did draw another Knight of Autumn though. Alright, well we'll run that out. Gain ourselves 4 life. And we'll pass the turn. It's frustrating only being 1 land away. It is frustrating. They play a Monastery Swiftspear. And a Manamorphose, which is probably the best cantripper they have. And we hope they hit a land. They hit a Lightning Bolt. And I believe we are dead. They swing in. We'll block the biggest things. I think we go to 1. I think we'll block both the Soulscar Mages, just for even's sake. We go down to 1. We do not draw a land, and that's the game. That's upsetting. We almost had it. Well, we almost had the board wipe. We didn't almost win. Alright, so we bring in the Damping Spheres, the Burrington Forge Tenders. I think that's it. What do we go down? Dried Militant's good, exiles the red spells. Well, Soulscar Mage can give our creatures neg 1 counters, so Dauntless Escort is not as good as it once was. Luxodon Smiter's hard to burn out. We'll go down to Knight of New Alaras, I suppose, because they can just get burnt away. And we'll run it back like that. Yes, I would like to play first. Okay, we will keep this. Burrington Forge Tender and Honor the Pure. This is fine. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Pass to us. So we'll start on the Fortified Village, revealing the plains. And straight away we'll run out the Burrington Forge Tender. And we pass the turn. They go Mountain into Blister Coil Weird. And they pass back to us. We will play another Fortified Village, revealing the same plains. And we will run out our Honor of the Pure. We'll pass the turn there. They Manamorphose, adding double red to their pool. They let the mana fizzle away, and they don't attack. Declaration in Stone. They run a lot of creatures with the same name, so we will keep that for later. We'll run out the plains, and we will run out our Watchwolf as a 4/4. And we will just pass the turn. They play another Mountain. Run a Crash Through, or cast a Crash Through, cycle, cast a Monastery Swiftspear, and then pass the turn. We'll play a Forest, and I think we do nothing. They cast another Crash Through, prowess up their board. They Lava Dart our Watchwolf, so he's out of the blocking equation, but that's 1 damage that's not coming to our face. They Lava Dart our Watchwolf again, and they Lava Dart our Watchwolf again. If they're sacrificing all their lands to Lava Dart away our Watchwolf, that's a very good position for us. Yep, they're going to use all their Lava Darts to get rid of our Watchwolf, sacrificing 2 lands in the process. They will Gut Shot us, and they'll swing in for 14. We will block the Blister Coil. Only stops 2 of the damage thanks to the Trample that Crash Through gave, but it did something. Alright, we will run out our Dryad Militant. We will play a Ghost Quarter. Do we deck in stone now? They only have one card in hand. I think we can wait. And we'll pass the turn. They will burn us out eventually, so we do need to draw into our life gain and start putting a clock on them. They play a mountain, which is good. One less action spell for them. They go to combat, and they do not swing. Okay, we're in a good position then. Dramoka's Command. Okay, well, we'll hold that. We'll run out another Ghost Quarter, and we'll just pass the turn. We can use Dramoka's Command to counter a burn spell, and also fight a creature. If we could not draw any more lands, that'd be very helpful. Might start Ghost Quartering ourselves. Okay, they swing in with both. We will block here, and block here. Opponent Lightning Bolts our face. Prowess trigger on the stack. We will prevent all combat damage that will deal, or any damage that will deal. And we will choose target creature we control to fight. We use the Burrington? I don't think that... I think we'll use the Dryad Militant to fight the Monastery Swiftspear. And we'll see how that goes. Yep, they bolt our Dryad Militant. That's fine. So they dealt no damage that turn. I suppose putting a +1/+1 counter on might have been better. Don't know. Who's to say? Now, do we Ghost Quarter ourselves? That is the question. Not yet, I don't think. Okay, we draw a Lord. We'll run out the Wilt-leaf Liege, and we'll pass the turn. Our opponent passes through their combat, and passes the turn. Fleecemane Lion, eh? That could be very good. I think we'll go to combat first. We'll attack with our Wilt-leaf Liege. Our opponent doesn't block, which leads me to believe they don't have a burn spell in hand. We'll run out the Fleecemane Lion, which we can monstrous next turn. They get the Soulscar Mage. Okay. They don't swing in. We draw a Dryad Militant, so we will hold up our Fleecemane Lion monstrosity. Run out the Dryad Militant. They only have one card in hand, so we will attack with our Fleecemane Lion. They don't block. They go down to 9, and we'll pass the turn. Opponent goes to combat, doesn't attack, and passes. We draw a Forest. Well, we'll play that. We'll go to combat. We'll just swing in with the Fleecemane Lion again. They don't block. They go down to 3, and they pass, and we pass the turn. Opponent bolts us, hey? Okay, we'll take it. We could just be dead here. Lava spikes us. Very easily could be dead here. Light up the stage. Okay. What does that exile? Nothing they can cast. They go to combat. And they scoop it up. That was very, very close. I think we run it back like that. That was fine. Now they get to play first, so real challenge. We only won by 1 turn last time, so... This is not a keepable hand. This is also not the best, but it's okay, so we will keep. What will we put back? I mean, it's got to be the Smiter. They play a Mountain and a Soulscar Mage, which is not what we wanted to see. Kitchen Finks is good, though. We'll start on the bridge, see what we can get under there. Put a Wilt-leaf Liege under there. Damping Sphere goes down to the bottom of our library. Hopefully there's another one on top of it. They play a Mountain, Monastery Swiftspear. They swing in, and they play a Blister Coil Weird. We draw a Wilt-leaf Liege, okay. Well, we will play an Honor of the Pure, pass the turn, and hope we survive to see another one. Opponent plays a Lava Dart, go down to 17. Opponent plays a Skewer the Critics, go down to 14. They Lava Dart us again. If they've got a Gut Shot, they will win. We go down to 1. So we kind of have to hope the next 2 cards are nothing. If we play the Knight of Autumn, we go up to 5. I think we've got to play the Knight of Autumn. Yeah, we have to play the Knight of Autumn. That's depressing. Well, we got Kitchen Finks next turn as well, so if Knight of Autumn can trade with a creature, then Kitchen Finks can keep us in the game. That'd be nice. We gain 4 life up to 5. A single burn spell will kill us. Okay, they gut shot the Knight of Autumn. I don't think that kills us. Now, if they had just gut shot us, then yes, we would be dead. So what's going on? Can they kill the Knight of Autumn? They play another Soulscar Mage. Okay. They swing in. Yeah, they should have won the game there. They have another gut shot and they're slow rolling it. We block the Blister Coil weird. Trade away. Play a Forest. Run out our Kitchen Finks. Go up to 3. We're still dead to any one burn spell. We're still dead to any one spell. And they don't have a land. Any one non-creature spell. We are dead. Alright, well, we will block the Soulscar Mage with our Kitchen Finks. Okay. We'll play a Plains. We'll run out our Knight of Autumn. We should not have lived this long. We are drawing very well. We go back up to 5. It's a wilt-leaf Legioner there, yeah? Okay. And then we will run out our Fleecemane Lion. And we will pass the turn. Our opponent opts not to attack. Well, we have to run out the Fleecemane Lion. Well, sorry, we have to run out the Dryad Militant. Case of Lava Dart. And then I guess we can run out the Wilt-leaf Liege, which means there's less chance of our creatures trading unfavorably. We're 1 away from lethal, so we can't attack just yet. But next turn we can, and we can attack with the Wilt-leaf Liege coming out as well. Opponent plays a mountain. Doesn't do anything. Passes. What do they have? We go to combat. Attack with all creatures. 2 burn spells. Were they slow rolling us? Goes to blocks. Block 6. Block 6. I choose you, Wilt-leaf Liege. Pump the board. And we win! We just drew life gain after life gain after life gain. They made a misplay. They gut shot our creature, not our face. And they gave us the game. They just gave us the game. Oh dear. Okay. That was good. So our 75 under 75 green-white little kid goes 3-2. Overall, I'm really happy with that performance, and the deck was fun. I certainly felt our lack of interaction at some points, particularly against slivers, but in most games our creatures can act like removal by forcing our opponent to chump block. Our opponent in the last game certainly had us dead to rights, but we were able to capitalize on that misplay and take down the game. In a few games we got punished by the mana base. Having to play a turn behind or play off curve didn't feel good, but in terms of raw power, I'd say the deck has legs, and I'll certainly be playing it again. Anyway, that's been our 75 under 75 this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, have fun.